We'd like to kind of grab everybody's attention. It is amazing to see this many people here. The end of the year is always, I think, fun for everybody. It's exciting. A lot of work goes into the year, and it's a time finally that we get to decompress and accept a lot of awards that get to go out and also recognition. So with this, we're going to open public session. We ask everyone to stand for the pledge. Sorry, I'm looking too. Okay. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So on the agenda, we are flipping a little bit. We're going to go superintendent's report, then it will be questions and comments. So we're going to go superintendent's report.
Good evening, everyone. As Mr. Kennedy indicated, it's very nice to see so many parents, colleagues, students here. It's very rare that we have so many students and colleagues here present at a meeting. It is one of the most important meetings that we have of the school year. It is the evening that we celebrate our colleagues. We celebrate our teachers, our staff members that have done a tremendous job throughout the school year, and we award them accordingly. So tonight we're going to start with, there was a lot that occurred this year in the area of sports, so I asked Mr. Doe to come forward and provide the community with an overview of what happened in sports for the 25-26 school year. Jeremy?
Good evening. So I just wanted to highlight a couple of areas I think that are pretty impressive. If you're not aware, we have 56 teams from the middle school to the high school across many different sports, 3 seasons. We have about 60% of our kids play at least one sport. That's a great number, pretty high, even compared to other schools. This year we had a league champion in soccer. We had Suffolk County champions in baseball. We had an individual, Justin D'Arcy, was a Suffolk County champion wrestler, and Emma Gold in cross country. Long Island champions were our baseball team. We also were recognized as a National Unified Champion School. That includes our golf, our bowling, basketball, and Special Olympics kids. Really pretty wonderful thing that we are, we are a unified champion school. We had 4 kids that were selected as Newsday preseason top players in the county. Emma Gold in cross country, Brandon Smith in basketball, Layla Cole in winter and spring track, and Max Rayburn in baseball. We had all-state players that were recognized after their season as all-state, Marquise Miles and Alex Rotunda, Gianna Rotunda in soccer, Justin D'Arcy in wrestling, and Emma Gold in track. We had 2 kids that were Newsday All Long Island, Justin D'Arcy in wrestling, and Max Rayburn in baseball. We had several kids that participated in the state championships, Emma Gold in 2 sports, in cross country and track, Layla Cole in winter and spring track, Justin D'Arcy in wrestling, Nolan Kennedy, Marquise Miles, LeVar Carter, Brandon Smith, Deanna Deedy, Carly Meyer, Carly Maxwell, and Ashlyn Higgins in track. We had 2 students that were selected to attend the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Student Athlete Leadership Conference, and that was Claire Castiglione and Addison Toms. And we had one of those students who was selected to be the female representative for all of Suffolk County in the New York State Public High School Athletic Association Student Athlete Leadership team, and that's Addison Toms. We had 14 track records broken across boys and girls track in either the winter or the spring. And we have somewhere between 10 to 12, if not a little bit more, of kids that are going to graduate this June and go on to play at the next level in college at some sport and some level. That is way above the average for most schools as far as percentage-wise, so that's pretty impressive as well. We had 28 students who were 3-sport varsity athletes. That they played 3 sports, and they were scholar athletes in all 3 seasons. Again, a wonderful thing. And probably the biggest accomplishment, at least in my mind, and I know Ms. Mangonia's mind and Dr. Soto's mind, is that we were considered a school of distinction. That means every single one of our varsity sports were scholar athlete teams. That's the highest level of academic that you can get in the athletic world, and it's an impressive accomplishment. We've won that a couple times over the last several years, but we won it again this year. So that was probably a lot, but I will tell you one thing that I think is the most important thing, and this is me personally as an administrator, as a dad, is that we have kids that are good kids. We have kids that work hard. They learn. They want to succeed. They include kids of different race, religion, backgrounds. I mean, it is a wonderful thing to see from my eyes when I watch these kids interact on a daily basis. So for this community, you all, a lot of you are parents, you did a great job, and we look forward to next year.
Thank you, Jeremy. When I hear of all the accolades of our students, the accomplishments of our students across the board, it reminds us that we're in the business of working with students. And something that Jeremy usually says whenever we give him the opportunity to speak is that we're in the business of not just educating students, but also making them better people, building character, building integrity. And I think that's something that St. Richards does extremely well. In terms of coaching, in terms of teachers, everything we do in our halls speak to that. So Jeremy, thank you for everything you've done this year. Congratulations to all the teams. Now we're going to move on to the next portion. I'm actually going to stand for this because otherwise you won't be able to hear me. So this year, every year, we nominate a Teacher of the Year and a Paraprofessional of the Year. It's two individuals that we feel go above and beyond what is happening in the classroom, what they do in terms of their communication with parents, their communication with one another. It's individuals that really speak to what epitomizes a great educator, a great person, someone that acts as a role model to students, acts as a role model to one another. So this year, we actually have two individuals that I'm very happy and proud to bring forward. The first one we're going to acknowledge is the Teacher of the Year, and it is Mr. Richard Velati. So Rich, if you could come up, I'm gonna make this a little awkward. So we do have a proclamation for Mr. Velati, and I have to say from a personal note, I've known Rich for almost 20 years. And he has grown tremendously over the last 20 years. He's an amazing educator. He loves kids. He advocates for kids. And I still remember the conversation I had with him many years ago when he wanted desperately a position in our social studies department at the high school. And I said, Rich, I don't think I see you there. I see you in special ed. And he said, I don't know. And so there was a special education position open at the middle school. We transferred him to the middle school, and about a year later, he feverishly thanked me for that. Because the work that he does with our students is phenomenal. He meets students where they are. He differentiates instruction. He can be stern when he needs to be. He can be humorous when he needs to be. He engages students in activities that they're interested in. And he's just an all-around incredibly great person. He really is. So we do have a proclamation from Mr. Velati, which I'm going to read. It said, whereas outstanding teachers inspire students through their dedication, compassion, and commitment to learning, and whereas Richard Velati has distinguished himself as an exceptional middle school special education teacher whose student-centered approach has positively impacted the lives of countless students, and whereas Rich is known for bringing his intelligence, humor, and authentic self into the classroom, creating meaningful connections and forcing success for students with a wide range of learning needs and abilities, and whereas as a Committee on Special Education and Secondary Chairperson, which provides thoughtful leadership and advocacy for students, families, and colleagues, and whereas respected and admired throughout the school community, Rich's dedication, positive spirit, and unwavering commitment to students make him a deserving recipient of this honor. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the St. Richards School District proudly recognizes and honors Rich Velati as the 2026 Teacher of the Year. Can we just get a picture with Mr. Velati and maybe a couple board members?
We should all go.
humorous.
I can't see Thomas Dan at all, and I can't see Dawn at all. All right, Thomas, you're in a good spot right there. I can see Dawn. Wait, John, you're in a good. Oh boy. All right, ready? I took 80. Okay, nice. Congratulations.
All right. The Paraprofessional of the Year, we have nominated Sarah Bordock. So that's right. Push her forward, Aaron. Push her forward. So very similar to Mr. Velati, Sarah is an individual that truly, truly cares for students. She cares for them as individuals. The role of a paraprofessional is to provide instruction support to students, to provide behavior oversight, to be there at the side of a student when a student is having a rough day. And I have to tell you that Sarah does that not only for students, but she does it for adults. She does it for teachers. She's done it for me from time to time. And she is truly an incredible person. Wherever we place Sarah, everyone is very happy. People literally reach out to us to request that Sarah is placed in their classroom. So Sarah, we are going to present you with a proclamation. So once again, another reading. So whereas paraprofessionals play a vital role in supporting student success by providing academic, behavioral, and social-emotional assistance that helps create a positive and inclusive learning environment, and whereas Sarah Bordock has distinguished herself through her unwavering dedication to students, her colleagues, and the Center Merchant School community, and consistently goes above and beyond to make every day as productive and successful as possible for the students and teachers with whom she works, and whereas Sarah possesses a unique ability to support a wide range of learners, thoughtfully adapting her approach to meet the individual needs of each student and helping them achieve success both inside and outside the classroom. And whereas Sarah's positive attitude, eagerness to help, and genuine care for others make her a valued member of the Center Merchant School community and a role model for both students and staff. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that the Center Merchant School District proudly recognizes and honors Sarah Bordock as the 2026 Paraprofessional of the Year.
I can't see past Thomas. The flowers are in there. There we go. Oh, perfect. Very nice.
Now, this year we had quite a few retirements. We have 3 teachers that are retiring from us. We have 4 paraprofessionals. And when a teacher retires, it's hard because we're placing an individual that, for the most part, probably spent the most of their career with us. Some individuals are retiring after 30 years. So they come directly out of college. It's the first job they may receive, or maybe it's the second job, and they spend literally 27, 30 years with us. So we have acknowledged the individuals in previous meetings. Whenever we receive a notification for retirement, we do acknowledge it at the board meeting. We do say a couple kind words, so we are not going to go into all of that this evening. We are going to speak about two individually because they, two paraprofessionals, because they did submit their retirement paperwork to us literally a couple weeks ago. But tonight we do have two individuals with us tonight. One is, and I'm sure this is one of the reasons why this room is as full as it is, especially I'm looking around, I see some individuals that have since retired, but I'm sure that they're back for Stacy Lopez. So Stacy is an amazing educator. She's worked with us at the elementary school for 30 years now. She is someone that truly advocates for kids. She can differentiate instruction. She's a strong lobbyist for students, for her families, for her parents as well, that she truly takes a personal charge with. And sometimes her and I have got into, a couple, heated debates, but that's who she is as a person. And we appreciate everything you've done for us, Stacy. I know that my children have had you in the past. They've had great experience with you. You are going to be sorely missed in the district. You are irreplaceable. You really are, Stacy. And I believe that a couple board members would like to say a few things before we bring Stacy up. So, Dr. Berry?
Yeah, I just wanted to say congratulations to everybody here, and just a quick note on a personal level. Thank you so much, Mrs. Lopez. I had the pleasure of having you for my youngest daughter, and I really love your passion, and you are the perfect teacher for her, and she's going to miss you. When she got off the bus today, she was like, I have to go back to this after school party for Mrs. Lopez, and if you don't take me, I'm riding my bike. She was going to get there no matter what, so I'm glad my husband could take her while I worked. And I also wanted to say thank you to Sarah Baldock for being, and congratulations for being a para, for the amazing support you've had for my older daughter. And congratulations to everybody. You've been such an amazing friend to our whole family. And congrats.
All right. Okay, so Stacey, can you come on up?
Thank you very much, everybody. I just wanted to say to the teachers that I've worked with that are here, I absolutely love you and could not have done this without you. It's been a very long journey, but a worthwhile one. And to what Mr. Thode said about the children here in Center Riches, they are absolutely by far amazing kids. And that is because their parents are so awesome. I've always felt supported, and I want to thank the Center Riches community for a fantastic run. I couldn't have asked for a better job.
Thank you, Stacey. The one paraprofessional that is present tonight is Marie Mackey. So, very similar to Sarah Baldock, Marie is a consummate professional. She's always there for her students, there for the adults that she works with directly. She is an individual that would take on any assignment. No matter how challenging the assignment may be, she never questions. She never really looks at it as a task. She sees it as a calling. So Marie, congratulations on your retirement. If you can come up now so we could. You want to? Okay. Okay. We'll have them come back up. So at this time, if we can have, and I should have done this before, I apologize. Stacy and Marie, if you could come back up just so we could get a board picture with you. I apologize. I think the board should just stand here for.
Nicole, do you want to get?
Yep. Nicole, you want to come out?
Yeah, you're in.
Whatever you guys did before, do that again. That was perfect.
You can blame me.
However you posed before, do that again. That was perfect. I can't see Thomasine at all. What did you do? What was the best part? Right here.
No, you're good. No, you're.
Go right closer to Thomasine. There you go. All right. Through your. Thank you. Wait, you got Marie now. Wait, you have Marie.
Okay, guys. Yeah. As you can see, picture taking is the most important aspect of what we do here. So we just have to make sure for Janine Ball we have all the pictures just right. So the next individuals we want to acknowledge as a board and as a superintendent and as a district is a little difficult for me. One is Thomasina Harrell. Thomasina Harrell is currently the vice president of our Board of Education. She sat on the board for the last 3 years, and we've all gotten to know Thomasina very, very well. Prior to that, she was a reservation liaison, and she did an amazing job with that as well, and she's been an amazing board member. She's been a great asset to the community, and one of the things I want to mention to the community, I know that everyone knows this, but Board of Education members don't get paid. They get no compensation for what they're doing at all. They are outside of their own intrinsic motivation and the desire to see the district move in a positive direction and to improve things and to stabilize the district. That's their greatest reward. And I have to say that Thomasina Harrell has been a very active Board of Education member. She attends almost every event. She's been a great asset to me as a superintendent. I would define her as almost my biggest sister at times, one that I never had, one I never thought I really needed, but but she is the person that is there for me and for the board and for the community to kind of make sure that we're steering in the right direction. And she's always done that. And one of the things that I don't know if the community is aware of, so we have a contract, a longstanding contract with the Untuchuck Nation. It's through the New York State Education Department, and Thomasina, although she resides on the Poospatuck Reservation, she has attended the Santa Maria School District since she was a child. So she has a tremendous history of Santa Mauritius. That's even greater than mine. And I've been in the district for about 22 years. She beats me far. So it's interesting. Whenever I go to conferences, I go to workshops with her as a Board of Education member and a superintendent, it's amazing how many people she knows. She could walk in a place and she's like the mayor. She knows this person, that person, that person. I don't know how, but she knows these people. But she has a very eclectic background. She raced cars. She is into equestrian. She's into a lot of different things that makes her a very well-rounded individual. She adds a lot of depth and diversity to our conversations. Sometimes she'll lend herself to a conversation that we don't even like see it in that particular perspective. So I personally, like I said, I want to thank Thomasina Harrell for her dedication to the Center Richards community, because she really dedicates herself to all students in Center Richards, not just the students from the Untuchuck Nation. All students are viewed equally in her eyes, and I've always valued and appreciated that in her. So, Thomasina, we did get you 2 gifts. And I'm going to explain the gifts, the departing gifts. If you ever see Thomasina, she always walks in with a big, like, water mug everywhere she goes. So we bought her a Yeti with a custom saying on it. So if you could. And if you could show the community. Yes. It's filmed, so I want everyone to see this. There's a lot of thought that went into this. We all consulted and.
Oh, that's nice. I am definitely a proud son of Richards. Definitely.
There's something else in the bag as well. So another really unique thing about Thomasina is that if you ever notice that if you ever come to a board meeting, there's always an extra chair on the side of her. So that's because she doesn't want to put her bag on the floor, which it's good. So we bought her this this bag holder that you could actually attach to a table, Thomasina. So you don't need an extra chair anymore when you attend the meeting. So we thought you would appreciate that as well. So Thomasina, if you can come up so I could get a hug and maybe take some pictures.
Come on, my 2. Come on. So when we go places and they're in the car and they're calling me, she'll say to her mom, "Mama, you talking to Thomasina?" And then she'll go, "Hi, Thomasina." Hi, but I would like to. Oh, hi. Dawn,
Now,
it was interesting.
now you have time for hobbies.
No,
I am
no.
jealous.
Oh, God, do I? I appreciate that. John, I enjoy, you know, I've been in your family for a long time.
Oh, yes.
I appreciate that, Claire. Oh, my God. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. Yes. Brian. Sometimes, guys, I have to peg Brian down. You're a little faster than us. And Shauna, I enjoyed working with you.
I know.
I did. Sorry. Sorry. I would like to say to everyone who voted for me, I thank you. I appreciate everything. Like I said, I've been in this community for a long time. We worked hard to get the school where it's at right now. And I feel like the school is in such a good space, good place, everything about it. It's really going well. I hope these next 5, along with Rich, will keep up the momentum so we can, you know, get to where we need to go, you know? So I'm very, very, very proud and very happy, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you. Picture. Because I don't have a picture with Claire, so I have to take a picture.
John, you've seen everywhere.
Oh, Thomas is in the front, she's never in the
Yep, you can. So the other individual that we want to acknowledge tonight is Clara Tebbins. She's our student ex officio Board of Education member. I think the community is aware that Governor Hochul last year mandated that school districts have an ex officio student board member as part of your board. And the rationale for it is to really include like student voice in our conversation. Sometimes as adults, sometimes we tend to forget that. So to have Clara in the room with us, to converse with us, to remind us as to why we're doing what we're doing has been a great help this year. And just to say a couple things about Clara, Clara is an amazing young lady. She really is. She is our salutatorian this year. So in addition to attending all of our board meetings throughout the year, she worked so hard this year to become the salutatorian. She's an incredible musician. She's an incredible athlete. She will be attending Tulane University next year, majoring in international studies and minoring in music. And one of the things that personally, on a personal note, I have to say, I've known Clara since she was probably this big. Clara lives about a block away from me. I live in Center Riches. My son is very good friends with Clara, loves her to death. We all love her to death. She's an incredible young lady. It's been an honor to see her become the person she is today, to grow, to become this intelligent, articulate young woman. And the one most remarkable thing about Clara, in my opinion, is her humility. You would not know that she is a salutatorian and possesses so many talents because she doesn't show it. She presents herself in a poised, confident manner, but in a very subdued, humbled manner as well. So we did provide, and this was a kind of a large discussion that we had in terms of what do we get Clara Tebbins. So for those of you who do not know, Clara is an active member of the Mauritius Yacht Club. She's an active sailor. She's been sailing since she was like 4 years old, right? And she's all over the bay, all over Long Island, and it's one of her passions. So we decided to purchase for Clara a sterling silver compass with the coordinates of the Center Riches High School attached to the back of it. So the rationale for that was that despite the fact that she's going to Tulane, which is in New Orleans, and she's going to be majoring in international studies and probably traveling all over the world, Center Riches will always be her home, and she will always have a place here in Center Riches High School.
I just wanted to say I wish you the best, Clara, in your next journey. And it's been a pleasure to see you for someone working in international development and for the UN. It's been amazing to be there and like help to mentor you and support you and see your voice like more and more come out and be an advocate for our community and for those students. And I've seen the work that you've done, and the community may not always see that while you're sitting here, but the work that you've done behind the scenes with Miss Mangonia and with our community is incredible. And like, I know you're going to flourish and you're going to do amazing things. So I just wanted to say congratulations and good luck.
All right, I think it's the moment that most of you are here for, which is the tenure recommendations. Yeah, you can clap. Tonight, we have 7 individuals that we are recommending to the Board of Education for tenure. So let me just briefly explain what that means. A teacher has up to 4 years to reach tenure. That includes numerous evaluations by their immediate supervisors. When we look at a teacher that we hired, there are 2 most important things we do as administrators. One is the hiring process, because we're trying to find individuals that have the capacity to raise kids up, but we're also trying to find the right fit for Center Merchants. Sometimes someone could be a great educator, but maybe the community fit is not right. So these individuals have went through all that tests. They've excelled in every area in terms of instruction, assessment, community relations, communication with parents, and we are going to recommend 7 individuals this evening, excuse me. I know it's been a long day. It's been a long week, actually. So we are going to start at the elementary school. I'm actually going to ask Dr. Fernandez to come up with Ms. Jackson to begin our recommendations.
Before I begin, I'd just like to congratulate all the award winners and our tenure candidates. Congratulations, Stacy. I truly appreciate all your support this year, and I'm so happy that you retired this year, and I had the pleasure to work alongside you this year, so congratulations. And I also need to congratulate and thank Ms. Harrell. You are on my hiring committee, so I thank you for bringing me here, and just thank you to the community for allowing me to be here. I feel like it was about a year ago today, around this time, that you hired me, so thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm really happy to be here. It's been a really great year. We've done so many fun, amazing things. I know many students here are here for our bubble run, and I can't wait to give a shout out to you in a little bit. Also, other events that have been going on that I just need to acknowledge is our field day. That was a huge success. Thank you, parents, for coming. And our flag day. We have our kindergarten celebration tomorrow, and then 5th grade moving up on next week on Monday. But tonight, even though I didn't get to hire these 3 teachers tonight, it is my absolute honor to recommend tenure. First up, we have Miss Jessica Amador. It has been a pleasure to get to know her and observe her growth as a kindergarten teacher. Jessica grew up in the community that helped shape her passion for education and her commitment to helping others. Those values are evident in everything she does as an educator. From the moment you enter her classroom, you can see the warm, welcoming environment she creates where every child feels safe, valued, and excited to learn. She's deeply committed to building strong relationships with both students and families, making communication and collaboration a priority. Jessica has a remarkable ability to support students with a wide range of academic and socio-emotional needs, ensuring that every child has the tools that they need to be successful. She is thoughtful, creative, and always willing to adapt her approach to meet the needs of her learners. Her innovative ideas and classroom traditions have helped create meaningful learning experiences that students remember long after they leave her classroom. Beyond her work with students, Jessica has contributed to our school community as a mentor, teacher, and an active member of many district committees. She consistently demonstrates professionalism, compassion, and dedication to continued growth. Congratulations, Miss Jessica Amador. You want her to come up?
Yeah.
You want her to come up?
I just want to mention one thing. Right now, we are recommending the individuals for tenure. Tenure is not granted until the Board of Education, of course, votes on it, which would be the next step. Okay?
Ricardo, do you want to give this to her?
Next up, we have Miss Caitlin Weber, which I saw her. Where is she? Oh, there she is. That we're recommending for tenure. That won't be official until it's board approved. Caitlin knew from a very young age that she wanted to become a teacher and has spent a career inspiring students and helping them reach their potential. She attended St. Joseph's University, where she earned degrees in education and many different certifications, including TESOL. Early experiences including tutoring students at Boston Children's Hospital, where she reinforced her belief in the power of education to make meaningful difference in children's lives. Caitlin began her teaching career in West Hampton, where she taught a variety of subjects, coached multiple sports, and built a strong foundation in collaboration and co-teaching. After earning her tenure there and facing unexpected accessing, which we're very lucky to have you, she embraced the opportunity to begin a new chapter at St. Mauritius. 4 years ago, she joined our district as fourth grade DCT teacher and immediately became a valued member of our school community. She has built strong partnerships with colleagues and consistently works to ensure that all students receive the support they need to succeed. At the heart of our teaching is a genuine care for students and a desire to foster both academic growth and a lifelong love of learning. Caitlin welcomes feedback, models a growth mindset, and encourages students to persevere through challenges. Her strengths in literacy and writing, along with her continued involvement in coaching and student activities, allow her to make positive impact both inside and outside the classroom. Caitlin Weber, it is my pleasure to recommend you for tenure. If you'd like to come up. And last up, we have Miss Caitlin Sotong, which I did see here. Where does she go? Where is she? Oh. Caitlin's journey to becoming a music teacher began with a lifelong love of music and a passion for sharing that joy with others. As a student musician and trumpet player, she experienced firsthand the confidence, teamwork, and sense of belonging that music can provide. She attended LIU and pursued her dream of becoming a music educator, knowing from an early age that teaching was the career that she was meant to follow. A connection through one of her own music teachers eventually led her to St. Mauritius, where she has embraced our school community with enthusiasm and dedication. Since joining the district, Caitlin has inspired hundreds of students through engaging music instruction and memorable performance opportunities. Her chorus concerts showcase not only students' musical growth, but also her exceptional organization, leadership, and commitment to excellence. Through these performances, students learn confidence, teamwork, and pride that comes from working towards a common goal. Beyond the music classroom, Caitlin leads our drama club, providing students with creative opportunities to explore the performing arts and develop important life skills. She also serves as a coach for the high school cheerleading team, extending her positive influence and mentorship to students beyond the elementary school level. Whether she's preparing students for concerts, directing a production, or coaching on the sidelines, Caitlin brings energy, creativity, and genuine care to everything she does. Congratulations on being recommended tonight. Congratulations. And now I would like to invite up Dr. Reggio.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to start by just sharing some of the spring highlights from the middle school since we presented last. Our middle school mathletes team, under the advisement of Mrs. McDermott, went to our first competition at West Islip Middle School, where they competed against many middle schools all over Suffolk County. They did a phenomenal job, and we did not win. It was our first experience, but we will be heading back next year. We took 2 teams this year, which was the maximum that we could take, and the kids are excited to continue that next year. Our MYP IB Community Project Showcase took place. Mrs. Horachevsky is our MYP coordinator, and Mr. Velati, our Teacher of the Year, is the project coordinator. They did a phenomenal job, and the students' hard work was on display in the middle school gym. Thank you to all of the parents and board members, community members that attended, but the passion that our students displayed that day, we are very, very proud of them. Our learner profile recipient breakfast took place on June 4th, where we honored the students that were recognized as exemplifying the learner profile traits each month for a breakfast. We had our 8th grade formal on June 5th. Mrs. Warchewski is also the 8th grade class advisor. That was at Rock Hill Golf and Country Club. It was like a mini prom for them. Mrs. Parks, one of our paraprofessionals, is also a professional photographer, took pictures of all of the students that we sent out to all the middle school families, and that was an amazing night. Music in the Parks just took place. Our middle school jazz band, under the advisement of Mrs. Green, went to the Music in the Parks competition on June 6th at Six Flags Great Adventure. And if you have ever been to a middle school concert, you won't be surprised to hear this, but we actually won first place at the competition with a rating of superior. So out of all the schools that went, the middle school band won the entire competition. So that was a huge accomplishment for us. We are so proud of Mrs. Green and the middle school band. And one specific honor, Ryan Dalton, 8th grader, received Best Overall Jazz Soloist at the competition. So a lot of honors in our music department this spring. And our 8th graders just went on a trip to the Navy SEAL Museum. This was the first trip that we went. It's right in Sayville. If you've never been, it was my first time going as well. And this was a very special trip Mr. Volger planned. Jackson Wiley's father is actually a former Navy SEAL who's an 8th grader that attended the trip. He currently runs the museum and led the tour for our 8th grade students. So it was very special. Very special experience. The students learned about leadership, teamwork, perseverance, and sacrifice. And it's, Mr. Volger told me today, it will be continuing next year. So it was very well received and very exciting trip. And now I would like to recognize 2 teachers for tenure that I'm recommending for tenure this evening to our Board of Education. This is a very proud moment to be the middle school principal because our teacher of the year is in our special education department at the middle school. Our paraprofessional of the year is also special education at the middle school, and both teachers that we're recommending tonight are special education teachers at the middle school. So I am very excited. I've been looking forward to tonight. It's always one of my favorite board meetings of the year. But these 2 individuals, I know that the future of the special education department at the middle school with these 2 individuals being tenured is really in a great place, and I look forward to working with both of you for many, many, many years to come. So I just want to say a few words about each one. We'll start with Mrs. Lauren Natinka. I had the honor of hiring Lauren, and I was very excited to do so, having worked with her. She was a teacher's assistant in our 811 program at the high school prior to becoming a middle school teacher. She's currently a self-contained 1211 teacher at the middle school. Going into her classroom is always a joy. Every time I have to pop in or observe or go in, the students are excited. It is a joyful, happy environment in her classroom. Instructionally, what makes her stand out from the rest is her ability to differentiate instruction for the learners in her classroom, like the best of the best that I have observed. It truly is amazing. She has learners and all different abilities in her classroom, and her classroom is set up beautifully for that. The students don't always realize it, but when you go around and observe, she's differentiating beautifully. Her parent communication is also second to none. Parents feel supported, they trust her, they go to her with any questions, and she communicates with them all of the time. She is a positive light at the middle school. She is always smiling. You would never know when she's having a bad day because she always wears a beautiful smile on her face. She is a proud mother who treats her self-contained students as such, and they always feel that warmth. She's a team player. She collaborates well with her colleagues. And she also is a wonderful leader in her classroom to her paraprofessionals that work with her. Her paraprofessionals always want to go back to her room. They have like a family atmosphere in there, and it's a joy to be in your classroom, Lauren. And I'm excited and proud to see you get tenure tonight. Congratulations. Okay, Okay, next, Mrs. Kristen Muse. So when we interviewed and were hiring for Mrs. Muse's position, she came to us as a well-respected, experienced, and longtime tenured teacher at a school in Nassau County. And she lives out here. And when I was interviewing her and I looked at her resume, I was very impressed with her resume and excited to interview her. And one of the first things I asked you is, why are you leaving and coming here? And it was for quality of life and a change to work out here where she lives. And I just want to start by saying that we're so glad that you made that change, because it's not only benefiting your family, but it's the students of Santa Maricia's, because you came in not as a new teacher, but you quickly shined as a leader in the building. And I don't think any of the middle school staff that you work with would ever, I forgot, like, oh my gosh, she's receiving tenure now. It feels like you've been there forever. Mrs. Muse is a well-respected leader at the middle school. She uses data to inform her instruction and make sound, meaningful recommendations for students. She is a trusted adult and advocate for her students always. She works closely with the guidance department and our reading teacher. She's also literacy certified and offers reading and AIS support for students in need at the middle school. She is also a very active member of the school community outside of her classroom. She's the peer leadership club advisor. She is the middle school after school literacy program teacher. She always volunteers to be a home tutor if there's a student in need of home instruction. She's done reading work over the summer. I think working with Mrs. Muse, one thing that stands out is that she's a hard worker. Anything that you give her, she does with 110% effort, and she's always willing to jump in, lend a hand, and do anything that's asked of her. So I am so excited to recommend you for tenure tonight, Mrs. Muse. And I would like to introduce Mrs. Mangonia from the high school.
Good evening. First, I just also wanted to say thank you to everybody. Extra special shout out to Clara Tebbins, who has been forced to work with me a lot this year. So she is our first ex officio Board of Ed member, and to say that she has risen to the challenge is an understatement. The amount of work that she has put in, like Dr. Perry was saying, it is definitely not something that you can all tell, but we can definitely tell. Even the communication between the middle school, we went to the middle school, we went to the elementary school, had meetings at all the grade levels, and still pulled off salutatorian. So that is very impressive. So thank you to Ms. Hurl and Clara Tebbins. Before I dive into my two recommendations, I just wanted to give a little highlight for the high school. Mr. Thode talked about a lot of our athletic accomplishments, which I know was very exciting, especially over these past couple weeks. But we also have had something which I know that most of our community members are aware of, but it was it's Courtney's Comfort Kits. So she had created, one of our students in our life skills program up at the high school had come up with an idea that when students, kids, adults, especially with autism, have some sort of emergency situation, it's really hard for them to handle an emergency situation when there's EMS, when there's fire department coming, when there's loud noises. So she actually worked with our other students who are part of our principal's cabinet and student council, and they came up with a plan to create these bags that have all of these sensory-friendly items in them. In the bags have headphones for loud noises, there are coloring books, there are whiteboards so that if somebody can't really speak their feelings, there are communication boards in English and Spanish, sensory, stuffed animals. It is so well thought out, and Courtney really took full control over this. It has grown so big already that we have donated almost 100 bags to local fire department, EMS. Our community is amazing. Everything is donation based. So everything that was donated, our kids then here pack it up and make the deliveries to the local organizations. I'll tell you this really quick because Mr. Meadows, one of our security guards, came into my office on Monday and said, "Mrs. Mangonia, there's a police officer here for you." And I said, "Oh no." No. And they said, no, it's for something good. And I was like, okay. And it was for them to tell me, they came to make sure that I knew that I could tell Courtney that her comfort bag was used already. It was already put into place. There was a child who really was sensory overload, was not able to handle the situation that they were in, and actively was using the bag. And I really appreciate our SROs because they came all the way here. It wasn't even just a phone call. They came here to tell us so that we knew that it has already started to make an impact. She was invited to St. Charles. St. Charles has just accepted a couple of her donations. So those are just amazing things. I'm sure that we're going to get some information out there, some pictures of all of the things that she's been doing. But I just wanted to give that little shout out. All right. So I have two teachers that I'm going to be recommending for tenure. One is Lindsay Hughes. So Lindsay Hughes is our special education English teacher. We are so lucky. Where are you? I feel, oh, there you are. I knew I saw you over there. We are so lucky to have you. You probably have as your role of a special education teacher in all of our grade levels, you teach like everything, and it's not always easy. Sometimes the kids don't necessarily want to write the essay, or they don't, think that it's important, things like that. The way that Ms. Hughes is able to get kids to buy into whatever it is that they're doing and feel some sort of ownership and feel some sort of pride when they're actually completing it is huge. They don't feel scared to take risks in your class, and that is something that I don't know if you realize how big that is, because it's just who you are and how you are with your students. But hearing them on the other end and hearing the teachers that, they're loving, and teachers that they just feel confident and comfortable with. They know that you're on their side, but they also know that you're going to hold them accountable and push them. So for me, I love that. I appreciate it. I also appreciate that you are on top of all of the special ed things, IEPs, CSEs. We are doing testing for a few weeks now, and Ms. Hughes is on it. I know that we're going to have proper accommodations. Mr. Ski is on it. Mr. Ski is on it. So I know that it's all going to be good. Sorry, I had to do that. She is our student council advisor, our yearbook advisor. Yearbook has been amazing the past few years. Next year, she's going to be our senior class advisor. So to say that she's just comes in and does her job and goes home, nope, she's here, brings the kids, whatever she's got to do to get it done. And we really love having you here, and I am very excited to recommend you for tenure tonight. The next teacher that I am recommending for tenure, we're very excited. Very excited. The next teacher is Mr. Jared Volkmer. Mr. Volkmer is, yes. Mr. Volkmer is Santa Maricha's through and through. He is your Santa Maricha's pride guy, and the fact that he is also an awesome math teacher is awesome. I love Math Shirt Mondays because they exist, first of all, and because you always have really good math pun shirts, which I appreciate. I know that probably isn't in everybody's speech when they talk about tenure, but for you and for me, it's going to be. I think what I love most about going into your classrooms is that when I walk into a math classroom, I love it, but not everybody always does. So the interactive notebooks, the group projects, the fact that kids are moving all over your classroom, they don't realize how much they're learning because they're not just sitting there. They're really engaged and interactive. And sometimes I almost would think ooh, are they able to do all of this, moving around and paying attention and doing all of that, and they are, because that's the way it is. That's the way your classroom runs, and I think that they really appreciate it. And just seeing all of the like tactile, the way that you are able to meet the needs of the learners in your classes, no matter what you're teaching, because you have taught it all. In a few years, you have taught a lot of different levels, to the point where New York State came out with a new requirement of personal finance, and that is one of the things that Mr. Volkmer came to me right away and was like, okay, I have an idea for a class. This is something that all seniors should take before they graduate. We need kids to know this, this, this. He created the course, and I have 2 full sections already of kids that want to take it and are going to be taking it next year. So I'm very excited about that as well. Great job. I'll also say that you are the current senior class co-advisor, doing an amazing job. You are doing a very good job. And of course, also the varsity assistant baseball coach. So that's also been a highlight. So come on up. I highly recommend.
So if I can get all of those that are receiving tenure to stand up over there, so you can all kind of be seen, and I guess get mad at me later, but it's a big night for you guys, and we want to make sure that when we do this, everyone can be seen and recognized for all their accomplishments. No, we don't got to get up. So, I'll kind of go over here as you guys are taking pictures.
I want this photo in a frame on your desk.
So, at this point, this is where we as a board get to actually now make it official. So now we've made it to that. Upon the board's approval of the resolution, tenure will be officially granted. So I think the ultimate message coming out of this room is that we are Center Merchants proud. This place does amazing things for our kids, and not just one kid. We try to do it for all kids. We have amazing retirees that are ready to go and enjoy their time. And now we have the future. So we have an opportunity to learn from one another all the time. The reflections, the conversations, the arguments, all of the stuff that goes into what makes this place great is kind of what we're hoping this next batch will run away with. So at this point, it's going to be as it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education approves the following recommendations for tenure. Do I have a motion? Motion. Do I have a second? Second. All in favor? Yes. Yes. You're officially granted tenure. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, everyone, at this. No, you want to do it now? Okay, we could. So before we dismiss, there is an agenda item on the agenda this evening. PTO was very generous to donate 2 very important things. One was $1,000 funding for a trip, for a field trip. The other one was that they actually raised close to almost $14,000 for a new slide for the elementary school. So at this time, I'm going to call up Dr. Fernandez and, of course, Lek and Tara from PTO to acknowledge certain students and families that really went the extra mile. So guys, coming up.
I have to just thank Mrs. Phillips actually made this adorable little poster for us, and all the students who participated, names are actually written on those bubbles. So I just need to say thank you to her and acknowledge everybody who participated. But many of you might not know this, but this past fall, a Clayton Huey student, Brooklyn Moratori, actually came before the board with a petition on behalf of her and her fellow students. And Brooklyn shared a vision for a new playground slide and advocated for something she knew would bring joy to children for years to come. And her leadership is what started this initiative, along with so many other students that really wanted to make this happen. So I need to thank the PTO, Mrs. Doyle, who organized this bubble run. We couldn't have done it without you. It was a very fun, special day, the entire day. Thank you to our PE teachers who organized the actual event, and Mrs. Doyle spent the entire day with us, blowing bubbles the entire day. And again, to our PTO for helping us raise such a huge amount of money. It is so true that we are Santa Mariches strong, because this community comes together like no community I've ever seen before in my life. And I've been in quite a few districts now. And really, when you want something, we can make it happen. And I love that the students were really involved with this and made it happen. And I just need to acknowledge our top donors, and we'll have a plaque with their names on that slide. The Moratori family, the Camarata family, Panico family, and the Rico Memorial Foundation. So thank you for those top donors, and their names will be on that plaque. Yeah. I think that's all I have. Am I forgetting something? Okay.
Hopefully we get the slide next week, right?
Oh, yeah. So everybody can expect
We're
a
working
new
on it.
slide in the fall. Thank you again,
So-
everybody, for coming out. Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
We truly appreciate every donation. We're so excited that this came to fruition. We have little bubbles for our Bubble Run fundraiser, so if you were one of our fundraisers, please take one before you go. We'll give you the real one tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you so much, and good job to all the kids and everyone.
All right, so Brooklyn. Wait, Brooklyn. Joe. Come here, Brooklyn. All right, so I don't remember the month because honestly we have so much going on around us. But Brooklyn, come here. I'm gonna let you hang out over here for a minute. Turn around that way so you don't have to look at me. All right? So Brooklyn came to us with an idea. She just wanted to be on the playground and go down a slide. That simple idea, one, is an amazingly fun thing for kids. But what I love most, and that we loved most, is that she advocated. You know, if there's one thing we're trying to do in education, is we're trying to teach kids to raise their voice in an appropriate fashion, but then come with solution. The community, Brooklyn, rallied so fast around you that you should be so proud of what you accomplished that honestly, afterwards, she had my ear for about a half hour. And she had more ideas. And if anyone knows me, and Thomasina said it, my brain works fast. I was like, wow, her brain works fast like me. So like we had that connection there, right? So the one thing I think that we should really acknowledge is that we have another future leader coming through the ranks. So let's give her another round of applause. Good job. So Brooklyn. So there's so many great things going on. I know that we have our next round. Are we doing the approved personnel coming up next?
Yes,
Or
we
are
are.
doing tenure first?
No, you did the tenure. So the tenure is done. So congratulations to everyone again for the grant for getting tenure within the Center Richard School District. At this time, we know that it's a school night. We know that most of you have to come in tomorrow. The kids have to go to sleep. So we are going to take a small break, like 5 or 10 minutes for refreshments, and then we're going to resume the meeting.
Thank you, guys.
It's okay, you're allowed to. That's more the athletic. Thank you so much.
All right, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you later. Can I sit? Can I go to that?
You are.
I'll be here every day. I'm still gonna be. I'm the part-time liaison.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be back at my position.
I have my job. I never got the fortunate. So yeah, I'm back on the board agenda next meeting. So,
Thank you so much for everything that you've done.
I know. Well, thank you. At least we got at least we're on a good path.
I think so.
We wasn't before. We were in a really bad path. Yeah, we were.
I think
you
so.
know, so now it's a good path. You know, we all love each other now in here, which I like. That's how it's supposed to be. When somebody walking through the building and we're all like this, don't speak, it does something to them. Yeah, you want to be happy. You want happy. You do. You know, so yeah, it's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm happy to be off.
Yes. Me too. Sarah, thank you so much. You did such a good job.
Yes, she
Congratulations.
You're so funny, Claire.
I remember your little community project and now
So you're doing international studies?
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. Excellent. That's excellent. Yeah, be all over the world.
I'm nervous. I've never done public speaking.
It's not easy. Remember when I did it last year?
Yes.
I did it in front of the whole faculty. Girl.
Practice in front of the mirror.
I just kept practicing. I said, listen, this is all new to me. It was so fun. Ah!
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. But we're in a good space right now, and that's how I feel. You know, even though he doesn't want me to go anywhere, but me and him, we always have a bonding with him, so I'm not going to go anywhere. You're still going to be I'll be in the building. I'll be here. You know, and I'm here. Yes. So I'm on the next agenda, the consent agenda, because I come back to my job. I'm back to being a part-time liaison. So you look good. That's what he said. Every Gina explained that to him. She's coming back to work, so you're always going to have her. She's not going anywhere. And he always, in a different capacity. Me and you are the most two. Because he always asks us about rights. And he's all right. I'm the big sister, you're the little sister.
It's a different capacity, but
It is.
it's still a support.
And he needs that. You know, and he's right. When he's talking to me, he looks at another perspective from me. Then I tell him to call you. I'll go, oh, this is what she said. So we both, you know,
Different perspectives, different budget.
we
We
both
all
looking at
do
it
the
the
same
same.
part and
You know, it's important. We got a lot going on this year. We're moving our touring program into elementary.
Oh, you are?
We are. We've been fighting to get that all straightened out.
Are
But
you and Amy going to co-lead?
I am a part-time liaison. She's still staying at the full-time.
Okay.
Because I still run Harry's office.
Okay.
So I just go to 25 hours a week.
Okay.
That's what I did with Irene. Remember when I worked
Yes,
with Irene?
yes.
I did the same thing.
Okay.
So I do up to 25 hours, and which I like because I still like to travel. We're going to Texas in September. You know, I
wanna
still
have a
don't
little
want to
bit
be
of
able to,
flexibility.
yeah.
Okay.
I want my freedom still, you know?
Okay, good. But you are also a good support for her too. You
Exactly.
have experience
Yes.
managing board.
We're going to. They want me to take over all the boards. I spoke to Fernanda and Jamie. We had a big meeting the other day together, and we're trying to get whatever she wants. So I said I don't want to move. All I want is these specific ones. She can handle this. So she has. They're giving her all the language. I don't want the language. That comes with attitude. I don't want that. I don't. Harry with his attitude problems. I just don't want it. I'll take care of my Title 6 like I always done with Irene. I always wear the Title 6. I'll go back to my Title 6 and I'll help her with the MBK. We'll come mutual on the MBK.
Okay, good.
And there's one more I gotta run. I run two, she runs two, and then we together. So yeah. So I like it better that way. It'll work out.
I feel like that you can have, you know, just as much of an impact in that role. And you did
Exactly.
before.
Yeah.
And you know that. And
That's
now
what
you
he was
can almost sometimes have more because there's certain things that you can't say.
Well, that's what he's saying. So the deal is, if there's something that needs to be said in the meeting, I'm the one that's going to do it.
Whereas you have to.
Here I can't. She started looking at me. She started doing bags. So he said she needs to see how it's going to react. I can't stand it. That's why I can't wait to get her. Because she was cringing. Yeah.
I think it's my fault, right? I think it's my fault now.
I'm like, don't make me do this on my last one.
Oh, hey! How are you? Good. So excited you're leaving. Are you?
She'll tell you.
Oh, okay. She's not leaving. Okay, well then I'll see you
gonna see
around.
I'm just leaving the board.
Okay, I'll see you around.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
that
see
makes
me.
me happy.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm here. I'm still your support team. I'm there for y'all.
Good.
Yeah, I'm still your support. Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yes, good night. See, I impact so many.
You do.
Yeah. Them girls just don't, you know. Stop or don't go. Stop or don't go. She got a call. She got a call from Marytime. Amy got a call from Marytime. They want to let us come in and do a college tour with them. Marytime, yeah. I don't know how many. We didn't get the logistics of it yet. But as soon as we get the logistics of what we're doing, we were excited about getting that call. We'll let you know. Yeah. If maybe we can split it in half. I know we can. Marytime is hard to get into. Very hard. See? From his father. Very hard to get into. So if we get it, I'm sorry if we keep stealing them from you, girl.
It's all right.
I know, Melissa, I'm sorry. But if we can get it, and then we'll split it with you. We'll take half, you take half like we did the last time. Yeah. Hey! I know
All
you're
right.
not. I
You want to read?
know.
You guys will.
And this is, can you believe? From the little
So we are going to now reconvene the Board of Education meeting. We're going to continue with the superintendent's report. I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge our new ex officio Board of Education, student Board of Education member, Emily George, who will be convening on July 1st as one of 2 ex officio Board of Education members. We also have Alex Foster that will be joining us as well. We did something really, I think was really nice. It was an idea that Mr. Kennedy had and the board shared in the sentiment to do this. We, if you look at the high school in terms of one of the awards showcases at the 200 wing, at the end, we are dedicating that space to all student ex officio Board of Education members. So if that is what it looks like now. So as Clara Tebbins was our first student ex officio Board of Education member, we have her picture identified as the first one. We also give a description of what an ex officio Board of Education member does. And we, as throughout the years, we will be adding to this as the students graduate from the high school. So Emily, your picture will be next. And then we will have Alex the following year, and we will be also nominating someone else to join us as part of the Board of Education as a student ex officio Board of Education member. So Emily, like I said, your picture will be there next year. But I did want to just share that with the community. I think it's a nice sentiment that we have, and it's a way to acknowledge the contributions of our students as they sit on the board with us. So once again, Clara, congratulations. Thank you, Bill. Now, there's one other item that we're going to review as part of my report this evening. Last month, we had a few parents discuss our FLES program at the elementary school and our Italian program at the high school. So I asked Dr. Fernandez and Dr. Bacha to provide the community and the Board of Education with an update. So at this time, we're going to invite Dr. Bacha and Dr. Fernandez to present that presentation to the community. And then, of course, we'll take some questions, and then we'll proceed on to the next part of the Board of Education agenda.
Sorry, this angle is not good for me, so I'm going to try here. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity to present some of the changes that are taking place as a result of the approved Board of Education budget. Specifically in the area of foreign language. So tonight we're going to revisit some information that was shared from the last few budget presentations back in the spring, in addition to some plans moving forward. Sorry, you want a little... Thanks, Bill. So as you're aware, the fiscal climate for school districts on Long Island has been challenging this past year. Back in February, we shared with the community the increase in employee benefits amounting over $1 million. In addition to our tax levy and state aid increases, were less than our salaries and benefit increases. When we, Dr. Soto, myself, and Dr. Osario presented back in February, we had an $810,000 budget deficit that really needed to be balanced. So then it was necessary that we review all of the programs in the district and balance the budget appropriately. We're aware that other communities are experiencing similar issues on much larger scales, and we see this on the news, and we're hearing about it regularly. And we're lucky enough to say that we only had this small deficit, and we had to work that out with our administration team. So our administration team, building principals, directors, along with Dr. Soto and Mr. Osario, we went through each budget line together. And we made cuts in athletics, custodial, equipment, clubs, supplies, and overages of the secondary staff. We also had 2 retirements this year, and we lost those positions to attrition. We understood that we couldn't replace them, otherwise we would have an increased shortfall and even more of a larger budget gap. So this slide just represents exactly what I was explaining before and the visual that was used previously. Next slide, Bill. just to let the community know and everyone who has interest in knowing about the language acquisition requirements. So at graduation, to obtain a Regents diploma, students need to have at least 1 unit of credit in a language other than English. To obtain an advanced Regents diploma, students will complete a LOT sequence that's a language other than English, for 3 credits in a language other than English. Our current offerings in Center Moriches are, we do offer Spanish 6 through 8 and 1 through 4 at the high school. We offer an IB class 1 and 2 in French and in Spanish. That totals an 0.8 of an FTE, a full-time person. Our IB requirements. So as a PYP school and the IB requirement, the school makes provisions, the IB languages, the school makes provisions for students to learn a language in addition to the language of instruction, which is English, from the age of 7. So as you know, the school district has been using the FLES program in Spanish to make these provisions. That cost to the community was over $103,000 each year. I'm going to turn the mic over to Dr. Fernandez, who's going to talk to us about what the new provisions will look like. Change the slide, Bill.
So Dr. Botcher and I have met quite a few times, along with speaking with board members and community members, and we really have been looking at other ways that we can enrich what that's going to look like in that language program at the elementary school. So one of the, some initiatives that we have been discussing would be implementing a digital language learning platform that would provide students with engaging opportunities to develop Spanish language skills. We are also looking to expand our library collection to include more bilingual books and audio books, allowing students some greater access to multilingual literature and resources. In addition to just celebrate language and culture, we're looking to establish a Spanish multilingual club, enhance field trip opportunities that highlight multicultural experiences, and launch a guest reader program that would invite Spanish speakers, parents, staff members into the classrooms as well. In addition, we have already started discussions with collaborating with our high school, where high school students will work with students in grades 3 through 5 to build language skills and foster some of those meaningful connections. So throughout the building and in classrooms, we're going to increase the use of translated material, some more signage, and create more inclusive and welcoming environments for everyone. And then these initiatives not only are going to be designed to help support language development, but also promote cultural awareness, appreciation, and global citizenship.
These provisions that were discussed and planned for came with a lot of meetings, a lot of discussions with parents, community members, teachers, and we were lucky enough to identify areas that were not going to be an imposition on our budget, but also things that are already being done in-house. So for example, our high school students already do a project, a culminating project, and they were happy to say that they used to go down to the elementary school and they expressed to me, we used to do this and we would love to keep doing this. So that was exciting. You can turn the slide. Thanks, Bill. The other implication from the FLES program being removed at the elementary school was the fact that we would move those Italian teachers, Italian students to now be taking Spanish. So in the 25-26 school year, we did have 6 students taking Italian. I'm sorry, we had 23 students taking Italian 6. And we had 11 students taking Italian 7. When Dr. Reggio reached out to these 11 families, 2 of them confirmed that they were considering already switching to Spanish language. So we had about 9 students that would still want to maintain Italian if we had offered it. The program specifics were 6 and 7 received a half year of instruction. So this time wasn't counted towards their Regents diploma because it is a half year. It's not a full year schedule. It's an A-Day, B-Day, and their credit acquisition would begin at the close of grade 8. So their credit acquisition hadn't begun yet. The acquisition, if we were to maintain the Italian program, the acquisition of the full-time LOT teacher in grades 3 to 4 years would be an additional $100,000, which we knew we couldn't sustain over time, moving it up to the high school. So the transition for the 26-27 school year, we also put a lot of thought into this, and our Italian students transitioning to Spanish instruction. We will be offering Spanish language support for those students. We are going to be offering a Spanish lunch lab, an alternating A-day, B-day schedule with our Spanish teacher who has so graciously provided that time and is excited to really transition the students. We also will be communicating in families about this and making sure that kids have the opportunity to really get the extra help that they may need in the transition, and also use 10th period as needed, of course, for extra help in their content curriculum that they're learning in Spanish. And that is our presentation. We were happy. I'll just reiterate that Dr. Fernandez and I have been taking many meetings, many phone calls, many emails, working with Dr. DePerry, really working through some of the consequences of not having the FLES program at the elementary school. We are looking to expand what we've created so far and what the next few years might look like. We're unsure of yet, but we really need to jump in and make sure that this works. And I'm sure the more ideas are going to flow. We do have partnerships with Eastern Suffolk BOCES and other organizations that we know are also willing to help that we have started conversations with yet. And as you know, school budgets turn in July 1st, and that's when we can really start looking into what that partnership is going to look like and how many days that will be and the funding that's associated with it. So I just want to thank you all for giving us the opportunity to really dig deep with this and involve as many people as we can to have conversations, including high school students.
Any questions from the board at all? All right. So at this point, thank you guys for the presentation. I'm assuming there might be a question or two afterwards, but we'll see how it goes. With this point of questions and comments regarding tonight's agenda only. Guidelines, this is an opportunity for persons who wish to speak or have written letters to the board regarding topics that are included on this agenda. Speakers are asked to sign in with the district clerk, indicate your topic, keep comments brief, and speak for no longer than 3 minutes. Members of the public will have the opportunity to speak about any topic at the end of the meeting. Any? Okay.
For the plan for the elementary school and how we're going to satisfy the PYP requirements, because we're making a provision for now. So will we know as a district in the next board meeting or in a couple or in the fall, kind of like the exact plan? I see that we're exploring different things, but when will we know the exact plan of the route we're going? Like which digital platform and so forth, like the details. Okay. Right. Mhm.
Before we jump in and do it. So we do have a couple meetings. I have meetings set up with Duolingo, Rosetta Stone, one other one. So there's 3 that were recommended.
Thank you.
The other thing I just wanted to make the community and board aware is that PYP, the International Baccalaureate Program, specifically regarding the primary years program, does use language that states that we are to expose students in grades, it's really not by grade, by age 7 and above to a second language. This is what I believe our plan proposes to do. So I feel very comfortable and confident with what we're trying to attempt to do in terms of our planning moving forward.
Any other questions or comments? Sure. Do you want to just go up to the podium so that people at home can hear you? Thank you. And then we'll probably bounce back and forth between who's addressing you, I'm sure.
Okay, just at first glance, this seems more of cultural exposure rather than language learning. The 4 pillars involve reading, listening, speaking, and writing. So I didn't know if that's going to be present in what you've presented. And then as far as the digital platform, where will the support come from with the human interaction? What teachers will be available to check in on this? And you know, I know it's supposed to be student-led with the IB, but we can't just, you know, give it to the students for 20 minutes and walk away from it. So what do you have planned for that?
As far as a teacher, we don't have a FLES teacher.
No, I understand that, but how will it be monitored? How will this?
Monitored
So if a student that's working on the digital platform needs support in the classroom, who would be providing that? To check in, like, oh, am I doing this right? Why am I getting this answer wrong? Because everyone's done a Duolingo before. You know, who's actually going to be in the room with them monitoring it?
So we're going to make sure that the room, when they are actively engaging with the platform, that they will have a teacher with them at that time. So they're never going to be left alone.
I don't mean alone. I mean, will the teacher know anything about the language to help them? Okay. How many instructional minutes per week are we working with here, possibly? Okay. Okay. And is this applying to all grades, K through 5?
3 to 5.
Okay, so 7 and up. Okay. And is this going to be sustainable beyond 1 year?
This plan will be sustainable beyond 1 year. We're hoping to continue to expand it.
Okay, I have no more questions right now. I just saw this for the first time, so I definitely need some time to go over it, and I'll send some emails out. Okay, thank you.
So I think, just so people are aware, where this work is going to be done is in curriculum committee. So joining Dr. Botcher, a couple board members will be in there, among whoever else wants to come into curriculum. It doesn't, how do I say it? It's not going to be the only item on curriculum, because we can't do that, right? But it will be a part of curriculum committee so that the answers are furthermore kind of more intimate, so that people can go back and forth, brainstorm this idea, so that we're not just ignoring, or we're not just naively putting things in place, but also working through this structure as we make this adjustment. I think one of the biggest things that we identified quickly and we see around over and over is, we need to look very strategically, and again, board members change. So what we pass down the line to the next board members in terms of financial strategies is important, because Thomasina next year will be on a golf course or racing, right? So I could be next year not here as well. So our goal is really a strong, strategic, sustainable 5-year plan, so that we're not looking at some of the things that we've seen across Long Island recently. And this is where admin and those committees will work together to try to find that balance. Any other comments or questions? All right, I got to go back because we jumped around on this one. So I am up to, yeah, I'm looking for my words. Where is that?
Actually, you're going to do athletic appointment first.
Yeah, it's athletic appointments first. All right, so at this point, we're going to do our athletic appointments. I am abstaining because I am volunteering, so I will not vote for this. So I am just as a volunteer. As Rich Ralph will be coming on, you'll notice his name is on there as a volunteer as well. So just so you know, when I abstain, it's not because I don't want to. I just have to. Be it resolved that upon the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education appoints the following athletic appointments to the 26-27 school year. Do I get a motion?
Motion.
Do I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
So motion passes by 4, 1 abstain.
You want me to say that? You got it. Good. All right. Yep. All right, so now I get to vote on this one. The consent agenda approval. Be it resolved, the motion to approve consent agenda items 12A through 18A. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Wait, did you guys swap? Huh.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes. So we're going to take a minute for discussion.
So I just want to acknowledge, and I want to thank, we have 2 new individuals that will be joining the Center Merchant School District as of 9/1 this year, and I have to thank you for your patience. I know this has been a long meeting. It's been a great meeting, and from my perspective, but we want to thank you for sticking in there and hanging in there with us. So the first one, we have Sarah Kamada, who will be joining us as a school psychologist, probationary. Sarah, welcome. Sarah came to us from the William Floyd School District, where she served as a leave replacement. And I recall sitting with her and having a very detailed conversation with you, Sarah, your understanding of special education law, IEPs in terms of evaluations and everything else that sort of is involved in being a school psychologist was very impressive. I think that you're going to be a great asset to the district, and I look forward to you joining us. So welcome to Center Merchant, Sarah. The second person that we have joining us in September, actually, I believe you're going to come to us in the summer as well, Avery, right? So it's Avery Reising. She is joining us as a guidance counselor leave replacement for someone who is going to be out on maternity leave. And Avery, I have to tell you, I was so impressed with you as a person, as a professional. Unfortunately, we talked about a moment ago, my colleagues talked about how other districts across Long Island are facing huge budgetary constraints. And unfortunately, Avery was a victim of that, where she got access from a neighboring district after serving there for many years. And from what I've heard, you've done an amazing job there. What you bring to us, I'm very happy and excited for. You know eSchool, you've chaired meetings, you have done the master schedule, you know a lot of the nuances of a guidance counselor that some guidance counselors don't really have the opportunity to do. And I think you've dived into a lot of those things, a lot of those activities, because you worked in a small district, very similar to Center Merchants. So Avery, I'm so happy and excited for you to join us. So if everyone could welcome Avery Reising to the Center Merchants School District. And on the agenda tonight as well, we have two retirees. We have two paraprofessionals that will be retiring at the end of June. The first one is Laura Haran, and we have Gina Caputo. So I just want to say a few words about the two individuals. Ms. Haran first joined Center Merchant Schools as a recess monitor in 2003 and became a full-time paraprofessional in September of 2007. Throughout her career, she has been a valued member of our educational team, supporting students with patience, compassion, and dedication. She was especially known for her work in kindergarten and first grade DCT classrooms, where her nurturing presence and commitment to student success made a lasting impact on countless children. Ms. Caputo joined the district as a full-time paraprofessional in January of 2007 and has consistently demonstrated flexibility, professionalism, and a willingness to support wherever she was needed. Throughout her career, Gina has embraced a variety of assignments, but she truly shined in our nurse's office at the secondary complex, where she expertly handled the fast-paced and ever-changing demands of the day. Gina also played an important role in supporting new nursing staff as they transitioned into their positions, helping to ensure continuity of care for our students. Both Gina and Laura's contributions to our district has been greatly appreciated, and we thank them for their years of service. Congratulations on your retirement and best wishes for the future. Thank you. So the other thing that we wanted to acknowledge, I know that I mentioned this before, but PTO in terms of their contribution to the district is so forever grateful for what they have done for us and what they continue to do. Our partnership with PTO is something that has helped us throughout the years, and I believe will continue to help us and help the community and the students of Center Merchants. They donated $1,000 towards a grade 5 coach bus for a field trip on June 1st to the Museum of Natural History. And of course, we talked about this already, but they were able to pull together $13,823 for the contribution to the new slide that we're going to put at Clint Huey Elementary School. So we're very excited for that. Thank you for PTO for everything that you do for the students and the community as a large. Thank you.
Congratulations and welcome to Center Merchants. We're very excited about what you guys are going to bring to the table. So we are up to general public comment. The members of the public who desire to address or question the board on any topic to board work are welcome to do so at this time. Following guidelines. Everybody's good? All right, so as we go out, and before this, I think Thomasina, she's going to yell at me for this, but if you could stand up so we can applaud her for her last board meeting. This is year one for me. I got to come on and work with an amazing board that was really coming through, some times. And at the end of the day, her steadfast, very direct conversations is what helped me shape and then understand in a room when honesty really mattered, so I can really gather the information around me. You don't find that quality in many people. I always say I'd rather be in a room that can argue but then like each other when they leave, because we're going to get better. You have made this place better. So I appreciate your time, your effort. We know that she's going to be walking the hallways and she's going to be looking out after our kids. So on behalf of the board, I would really like to say thank you for your time. And we look forward to continuing to work with her just in a little different capacity.
Thank you.
So I say Thomasina has to take the motion, and then someone's going to do the second. So I have a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Motion?
She's got it. Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.